Besides being two of today's most successful singers, Post Malone and The Weeknd are two artists who have earned a lot of wealth in their careers. But have you ever wondered who has the most luxurious life? In this video, you'll see a heated battle between Post Malone and The Weeknd. Aircraft. Both singers are very comfortable when traveling, but which one uses the best aircraft? The Weeknd has been spotted, for example, on a Boeing 737 BBJ model jet, an executive jet with enormous flying range, reaching over 8,000 miles, the longest range for any 737 model jet of any generation. The aircraft can carry over 160 passengers and features a fully customized interior. To acquire this model, you have to shell out the princely sum of $100 million, but The Weeknd is likely to be chartering the vehicle, which is still certainly not cheap at all. Post Malone, in turn, has already been seen in a private jet, the Gulfstream G4, a beautiful and sophisticated twin-engine high-performance business aircraft with a medium size and intercontinental range. The vehicle can comfortably carry 20 passengers. The aircraft is one of the most modern models on the market today for private use, which certainly influenced the choice of the mega-famous rapper to acquire it. With a range of almost 7,000 kilometers, the vehicle can travel long distances without having to stop for gas. And to obtain such a luxurious jet, it is necessary to invest something around $40 million. But Malone probably just charters this jet. As they probably don't own any aircraft, we'll consider this round a draw. Points for both. Luxury shopping. There's no doubt that both artists like to be well-dressed and elegant, but which of them spends the most? Abel, for example, likes to collect watches. One of The Weeknd's favorite models is the Rolex Cellini King Midas, a geometric-shaped model that suits Abel's style quite well, and which costs around $17,000. He has also been seen with the Rolex Datejust Onyx model, a classic and timeless model that reflects the personality of the wearer, with a bezel that is always studded in gold, regardless of the model. To acquire this piece, it is necessary to pay the amount of $35,000. Another watch from his collection is the Rolex Day-Date 40, an all-gold model that has become popular especially among politicians and is increasingly worn by public figures. The value of this beautiful item is $45,000. But without a doubt their most expensive watch is the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak from the Marvel collection, which features the titanium case and purple color design since it has the concept of the Black Panther movie. This model costs around $160,000. Post Malone is not far behind in this dispute either. In a photo shoot for GQ, for example, he wore a flashy green look valued at over $2,200. In the same shoot, he wore a suit and shoes by Dolce & Gabbana, pieces that together were valued at more than $5,700. But his passion is watches. He has a huge collection, starting with the Rolex Sea Dweller, a model valued at about $12,000, which he got for his birthday. Another model in his collection is the Rolex Day-Date 40, with a gold bracelet full of sparkles, which costs about $50,000. He also owns a Rainbow Daytona by Rolex, a very colorful and stylish model that the rapper loves to wear, and this beautiful watch is valued at about $100,000. Upping the ante a bit, Post owns a Patek Philippe Aquanaut, a very modern and discreet watch that can cost up to $170,000. From the same brand, Malone acquired a Nautilus model, all studded with sparkles, a very flashy and expensive piece that costs almost $800,000. And it doesn't stop there. From Richard Mille, the rapper also owns a Bubba Watson model with an all-white bracelet that costs about $500,000. And from the same brand, he still owns another model, the Tourbillon, a super light and modern watch that is valued at more than $820,000. And his most expensive watch of all is also from the Richard Mille brand, and it is the Tourbillon Skull Asia Edition model, which costs no less than $1 million. Besides, of course, the huge variety of rings and jewelry that he collects and that surely cost a great fortune since several pieces were made exclusively for him. And for spending the most money on his appearance, Post Malone wins this round. Cars. Both singers invest large sums in vehicles for their garages, but which one has the most expensive car collection? Abel has already been seen, for example, in a Porsche 911, a powerful vintage model. And to acquire this car, you have to cash out the sum of $75,000. Abel has also been spotted alongside a Mercedes-Benz EQC, a vehicle he purchased after Mercedes sponsored one of his clips with the same car. It seems that he really liked this luxurious SUV that costs around $77,000. Another car in his collection is the Cadillac Escalade, a beautiful SUV that is worth about $80,000. In the clip from Blinding Lights, he showed off another model from his collection, the Mercedes-AMG GTC, a super powerful machine that can reach over 185 miles per hour. And to acquire this car, it is necessary to pay out $165,000. The singer has also been caught with his ex-girlfriend in a Bentley Mulsanne, a more practical and comfortable model, showing his versatility when it comes to choosing his cars. The vehicle costs about $300,000. Moving up the price a bit more, he owns a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, a luxurious and very fast model, which accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a measly 2.9 seconds and reaches a speed of 185 miles per hour. This beautiful machine costs about $570,000. But it doesn't stop there. Abel owns a beautiful McLaren P1, a hybrid and electric motor model that costs a whopping $1,300,000. Not to mention his Mercedes Maybach G650, a pickup truck-style car that features a V12 bi-turbo engine. And to acquire such a model, you have to disburse around $1,800,000. Post Malone is not far behind. He likes old cars and has already been seen in a 1968 Chevrolet C10, and although his car looks quite worn out, it can cost around $50,000. Not only that, but the artist also owns a 1992 model Ford Explorer, and although he bought this vehicle for only $2,000, Post had the machine customized to look just like him, and the customization cost a total of $75,000. Speaking of more modern vehicles, Post owns a Hennessy Velociraptor, a huge 6x6 pickup truck, and one of the brand's most iconic cars. Malone opted for the white-colored model, and the vehicle, along with the customizations done for the rapper, sum up to an amount of $450,000. And it doesn't stop there. The music star also owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom, an imposing and classic vehicle that costs an average of $455,000. Upping the ante a bit, Post Malone owns a Lamborghini Aventador SV, a super modern car to which he has even added custom wheels. This machine can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles in an impressive 2.7 seconds, and to acquire it the musician had to fork out $500,000. Another car in his collection is the Lincoln Continental, a classic 1966 model, which also underwent modifications to become the way the artist wanted it to be. And with all the customizations, the vehicle is valued at $650,000. But without a doubt, the most expensive model the rapper has ever owned in his garage is the Bugatti Chiron, a super-fast machine capable of reaching the impressive speed of 260 miles per hour. This beautiful car is valued at a whopping $3 million. And because he's seen with more luxurious cars, Post Malone wins this round. Point for him. Real estate. The two artists don't skimp on beautiful properties to live in, but who has the most valuable real estate portfolio? Post Malone owns, for example, a house high up in the mountains in the state of Utah in the United States. The property, which was built in bunker style and apocalypse-proof, has 6.75 acres, where the singer can enjoy various perks, such as his extensive backyard with a swimming pool. The property has 5 bedrooms, and the master suite has 2 living rooms, including a fireplace to warm up the cold days, which are many in this region. The outdoor area has several environments, with another fireplace for people to gather and talk, a deck with a panoramic view, a swimming pool, several sun loungers, a gourmet space, and a tennis court. This huge property cost Post Malone about $3 million and was undoubtedly a good investment, since the artist uses his house not only for relaxation and leisure time but also for work and even interviews. But the luxury properties don't end there. Post Malone has lived, for example, in a 5-bedroom mansion in the city of Los Angeles in the state of California. The almost 4,100 square foot property has a very extravagantly decorated living room, as well as a lot of artwork scattered around, which seems to be just Malone style. The TV room is more intimate, and the bathrooms are decorated in opposite colors and have a modern shower and jacuzzi. And although it is not known how much the artist paid to rent the place, the mansion is valued today at almost $4 million. The rapper has also spent some time in another mansion in Los Angeles, in a region that is highly coveted by Hollywood artists. The 11,200 square foot property is the dream of many people. After all, it is a modern and extremely luxurious property, with a privileged view of the city. The hall already draws attention upon entering the house, with a very striking chandelier, and the living room is very spacious and comfortable, with a minimalist and modern decor, having a huge fireplace to make the environment cozy. The house also has a giant wine cellar for up to 1,000 bottles and a cinema with several armchairs and a movable screen. But what really draws attention in the estate is the outdoor area, which has an infinity pool and is a great place to relax. It is not known how much Post Malone paid in rent at the time he lived there, but because the mansion is now valued at $26 million, you can imagine that he paid a large fortune. Abel, for his part, is not lagging behind. He once lived in a huge mansion in the celebrity Hidden Hills neighborhood in the city of Los Angeles, California. The house, which is now owned by Madonna, sits on a 2.9-acre lot, with the main building having approximately 11,800 square feet of living space. Inside, the property has 7 beautifully decorated bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a yoga room, a wine cellar beautifully lit by LEDs, a cinema, a bar area, and several comfortable and well-appointed lounges where one can gather friends and relax with their family. The luxurious mansion has several leisure options, with it having a beautiful basketball court, a large fitness space for those who love to take care of their health, a heated and enclosed pool area, fully lit by LEDs, and an outdoor space that has an open pool and a fireplace area to warm up on colder days. The Weeknd purchased this property for $18 million at the time, but the house was bought by Madonna in 2021 for the princely sum of $19,300,000. The singer has also lived for a while in a penthouse in the Beverly West area of Los Angeles. The modernly designed property boasts 8,000 square feet, featuring 4 luxurious and spacious bedrooms with floor-to-ceiling windows that allow for magnificent views. In addition, the house has 8 bathrooms that feature a few perks, such as windows with vistas, a hot tub, and even a huge hanging sink. The house also has an exquisite bar, a huge wine cellar, and a well-equipped fitness room, as well as a TV room and a place for just enjoying the beautiful view. The Weeknd bought the venue for $21 million in 2019, but sold it 2 years later for the small sum of $22,500,000. He also owns a huge mansion in the Bel Air area of Los Angeles. The property has about 1.6 acres of lot, with 18,000 square feet of building area. The house used to have an older style, with a more rustic decoration, having many decorative details and even furniture in darker colors. The lighting and mirrors also contributed to give this vintage look. The place has 8 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms. But when it was bought by the music star, the mansion was already very different and must have undergone numerous renovations. The outdoor area is really stunning, and The Weeknd has even shared several recordings in which one can get to see the dimension of the place, including a video of his dogs playing in the flowers. To acquire this lush property, the singer shelled out some impressive $70 million. So it's clear that The Weeknd wins this round. Point for him. Business. As well as being 2 music stars, they are also big businessmen. But which of them has the most lucrative businesses? The Weeknd is known, for example, for collaborating with various brands and creating exclusive products. The artist has already released, for example, a limited edition electronic cigarette in partnership with the brand PAX Labs. The all-black model with the signature XO costs about $325 a unit, and it's sure to earn The Weeknd a lot of money. In addition, he has also created a clothing collection with renowned fashion designer Alexander Wang, where the pieces were inspired by the themes of his album Beauty Behind the Madness, and the prices reached up to $575 per unit. However, in 2016, he was named a Puma ambassador and released several collections with the brand, a contract that must not have been cheap at all. Another way to make money with advertising is with social networks. On Instagram, The Weeknd has over 40 million followers, where he can endorse brands and promote his new projects. Not to mention that Abel also enjoys venturing into the world of acting, having even participated in the Adam Sandler movie Uncut Gems, besides having participated in an episode of American Dad. and having dubbed characters from the super famous series The Simpsons. Post Malone, on the other hand, has a wine business with his friends. They have launched a French rose wine called Maison No. 9, the name chosen by Malone. The drink was a success, as 50,000 bottles were sold in just 2 days, demonstrating the potential of the brand. In addition, the artist has partnerships with the brands Arnett, a famous line of glasses, and also with the footwear brand Crocs. Post Malone also ventures into the world of acting and has made appearances on TV and in some films, one of them being the animated Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse, of which he is also part of the soundtrack. And these jobs must have earned him a good fee. In 2019, the rapper teamed up with the Bud Light beverage brand to develop an exclusive clothing collection that had limited units, which certainly generated a lot of profit for the singer. Moreover, the artist has, on his Instagram account, more than 23 million followers, and if he wants, he can earn a lot of money by advertising for different brands. As we don't know how much they make from each business, we'll consider this round a draw. Points for both. Net worth. Everyone knows that both singers have made a lot of money in their careers, but which one will be the richest? Post Malone, for example, has already amassed a huge fortune. To get an idea, just on his YouTube channel, Post Malone has almost 24 million subscribers, and adding up all the videos, he already has more than 10 billion views, which may have earned him some good money. On Spotify, the artist has more than 50 million monthly listeners, and his 10 most played songs add up to more than 10 billion plays, which can also earn him a very high profit. But certainly, the singer's biggest source of income is with his concerts and tours, where he gathers real crowds. To get an idea of the figures, according to Forbes magazine, before the 2020 social isolation, the artist was making an impressive $1.3 million per performance. And according to some sources, despite having a relatively new career, Post Malone's fortune is already $60 million, a figure that is only likely to grow with such success. The Weeknd, on the other hand, is not far behind. Certainly, one of his biggest sources of income comes from his shows. In the year of the tour with his album Starboy, for example, Abel raised about $1 million in each city where he performed, which means that his total profit must have been huge. With the popularization of the internet, singers also began to receive fees for playing their songs on various music apps, with it being a great source of income. On Spotify, for example, The Weeknd has over 75 million monthly listeners, and his top 10 songs have over 10 billion views. To get an idea of the artist's earnings, in 2017 he appeared on the cover of Forbes for making an impressive $92 million that year alone. This, added to all his businesses and his hugely successful career, has earned him an estimated net worth of $300 million. This is certainly a very high amount that will only increase. And because he has a much bigger fortune, it's The Weeknd who wins this round. Point for him. At the end of this fight, we had 4 points for Post Malone against 4 points for The Weeknd, making it a draw. But if you think there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.